Bat boys get all the cool gear. That's one of the perks of being part of the team. Maybe the helmet could be part of a new trend. Cheyenne Post 6 versus the Gillette Roughriders in the AA State Championship game at Sheridan. Top of the first, Cheyenne batting. Colton Onstad bounces one over the pitcher and into center field for a base hit. Braxton Innes will score from second to make the score 1-0. Bottom of the first, Connor Redmond on the mound. His curveball would find the mark. The batter thought it was ball 4, but the umpire said that's strike 3 and you are out of here. Redmond was just getting started and there was more to come. Next batter, runner on second. Just like in the previous highlight, same pitch, same result, and all that the Gillette batter could do was watch the ball go right past him. We have a pretty good game going on so far. Top of the second, Tyler Tennant had more of a straightforward approach. It's called the fastball special, and it produced a good share of strikeouts. Pitching did well on both sides for most of this game, and you will see a lot of reasons why. Bottom of the second, Redmond was still wheeling and dealing himself. His pitches were not as fast, but as long as the batters kept missing, that is all that matters. The Roughriders would occasionally get runners into scoring position. The trick was trying to finish the job, and, well, Redmond was finishing them instead. He went 6 innings plus, which was right about what his team needed. Bottom of the third, the defense would rise to the occasion. Ross Melchor to Ryan Andren to Dustin Parker for the 4-6-3 double play. Cheyenne has been able to handle everything that the defending champs have thrown at them, and the score would remain 1-0 for a bit longer. Bottom of the fourth, Redmond still on the mound, and he was setting them down. He was making sure that Post 6 did not botch this game like they did 1 week prior on their own field. Next batter, here's the pitch. Called strike 3. That's victim number 5, and the bats for the defending state champs either could not find their mark or they just were not there. This game had some of both. Top of the fifth, Cheyenne was having a little better luck at the plate and occasionally caught a break. This was a tough play for the left fielder, and he will not come up with the ball. The play ended up being a double for Onstadt. Carter Mossy has an easy path home, and now the score is 2-0. They wanted more, but Tennant was not going to let them have any more. He almost went the distance in this game, and he gave it a good effort and claimed his share of victims. Top of the sixth, Tennant was still bringing the heat, and he was too hot to handle at times. This Rough Rider team has won 60 games this season, more than any other squad in team history, but it will not matter much if they don't start producing some runs. Top of the seventh, he was still getting the job done. Another victim watches the ball go by, and he is heading back to the dugout. Gillette is assured of going to the AA Northwest Regional Tournament, but they were trying to go in as two-time Wyoming State champs. Bottom of the seventh, Lincoln Trujillo pitching in relief for Post 6, and this is a tournament MVP type pitch. His offensive numbers in this tournament were astronomical. We don't have those highlights, but these are pretty good too. Next batter, this was a critical point in the game. Gillette had runners on second and third with no outs when Trujillo came in, and they would not come home. A great opportunity wasted, and Cheyenne made the right choice to change pitchers. The score is still 2-0. Bottom of the eighth, Trujillo came here to chew bubblegum and strike out batters, and he's all out of bubblegum. They live, and so does his team's title hopes. Top of the ninth, here's where the wheels came off the wagon for Tennant, unfortunately. Innes is going deep to center field, and this ball will make its way to the wall in what ended up being a double. That will plate 2 as Brock Anderson and Carter Mossy will score on the play, and Post 6 has doubled their score and lead this game 4-0, and Innes would later score on a wild pitch to make it 5-0. You could tell the momentum has shifted, and the opposition needs to make a play. Good stop at short, but that was a long throw, and it was a little bit off the mark. Trujillo reaches on the error. Onstadt will trot in to add an insurance run to make this a 6-0 contest. The Rough Riders had to change pitchers, but it did not do much good. Ryan Andren bounces the ball through into right field for a base hit. Trujillo will complete his trip around the bases, and we now have a 7-0 score. Still in the top of the ninth, Anderson is batting for the second time, and he will reach base for the second time. Parker had to hustle if he wanted to score from second, and he would make it in. Post 6 would hang up a 6 spot in the inning to go up 8-0. Bottom of the ninth, Trujillo was still doing business. Can I help you? No thanks, just looking. The end was near, but he was not celebrating just yet. There was a shutout to preserve. Moving on, runner at third, Gillette needed something, anything, and got nothing. After missing out on the state championship game last year, the first time since 1999, Cheyenne Post 6 dominates it this year. Final score 8-0. It's their 13th title in the last 15 years, and they get to enjoy the comforts of home in the upcoming AA Northwest Regional Tournament.